Welcome to the Animated Hot Seat, the show where I put your favorite characters in a hot seat and ask the questions nobody else will. I'm your host, Obijive. Tonight's guest needs no introduction. He's the new boy in blue, the only superhero still wearing his underwear outside his pants in 2025. The first superhero who managed to become a sidekick to a dog and 4 background extras. In his first solo movie, he came with a low battery warning, a support animal, and a trauma flashback every 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the rechargeable hero himself, James Gunn, Rechargeable Superman.
Great to be here. Didn't realize this was going to be a whole roast session.
Nah, sit tight, bro. We got things to unpack. But first of all, congratulations on the box office numbers, bro. You did it. You flew. You screamed. You even saved a damn squirrel. But we got questions. Real questions. The kind that come with fire. And we sure hope crypto is right around the corner to save you this time, because it's about to get dark real fast.
Hey, look, I don't need saving, okay?
Bro, last time the sun went down, you passed out like an iPhone on 1%. Relax, we brought a solar lamp just in case. Let's get straight to business. Words on the street says you are a better Superman than Henry Cavill. Do you think you are?
Well, I respect Cavill a lot. He did an amazing job.
Nah, that's not what we asked. Are you better? Because right now, Twitter got y'all in a battle of the capes, and you out here crying and flying like a Disney princess.
It's not about who's better. It's about honoring the character.
Boy, stop that PR talk. Cavill had y'all shaking with that warehouse fight in VBS. Meanwhile, you over here screaming, "Where's my dog?" like Luther stole your puppy.
Respect to Henry. But let's be real. Bro looked like Superman. I live it. They gave him 3 movies and he still couldn't save the universe. I show up once and the whole franchise was hopeful again.
Hopeful? It's your first movie. But instead of shining solo, you pulled up with a whole crew like it was Fast and Furious 12. That screams incompetence to me. Your first solo movie was far from solo. That sounds like Superman featuring friends.
Oh, come on.
Even an alien you just met had to turn into a solar panel just to recharge your dusty batteries. What's with you and recharging anyway? Every 5 minutes, it's like, I need the sun, I'm weak. Someone open a skylight.
Look, first of all, I was trapped in alien tech with a kryptonite built to neutralize me. That's not weak. That's a damn targeted attack.
Bruh, it was glass. You got neutralized by a see-through window from Home Depot.
That wasn't regular glass, man. There was kryptonite. And for the solar arm thing, that was strategy. You think I do everything alone? Even Batman calls Alfred when his gadgets glitch.
Now don't drag Batman into this. At least Batman don't need wireless charging mid-fight. Every time you get punched, you acting like, "Where's my sun lamp? I can't breathe. Someone open the blinds. Superman needs juice."
You act like I wasn't putting in work. I took down Ultraman, stopped the drone fleet, and helped save the whole damn city.
Help save? Because Crypto was out there catching more bodies than you, and he's a literal dog.
Crypto's part of the family, bro. You just mad your dog can't fly.
My dog don't need to fly. He walks on his own 2 paws like a man, unlike you who be floating midair just to dodge responsibilities.
You lucky we in a studio right now.
Why? What you gonna do? Float up to the ceiling and wait for the sun to beam through the window? Let's not waste time. Let's just see what the streets be saying. At Sun Mance 10 says, "Bro recharged more times than my iPhone on 1%. At Crypto Saves More says, "How you got super strength, heat vision, flight, and still needed a dog and a random alien sidekick just to win one fight?" At Henry Still My Goat says, "Let's be honest. Cavill would have beaten Ultraman in Act 1. This new guy fighting like his controller disconnected." At Kryptonian Alabattery says, "Superman fights like he forgot to charge overnight." At Clark Kent says, "Bro been recharging since 2013.
Y'all not gonna let me breathe today, huh?
You'll breathe when you stop asking strangers to solar power you like a Tesla in distress." Question 2. Let's address the elephant in the cake. Why are you trying too hard to outshine Henry Cavill? You were busy saving dogs, trees, sidewalk cracks, buildings. Bruh, you almost rebuilt the whole city before the villain even threw a punch. Just so people say you're more hopeful than Cavill?
Hey, I wasn't competing with anyone.
You sure? Because your whole movie felt like DC's apology for the Snyderverse. You out here doing side quests like it's GTA Metropolis Edition.
I just wanted to remind people what Superman stands for.
You were doing charity work in 4K. What you showed us was the world's strongest maintenance man. You fixed everything but your competition issues with Cavill.
I just wanted to bring something new to the role.
Yeah, a brand new reason for us to miss Cavill. Anyway, let's see what the streets be saying. And Not Mikalel says, This Superman be catching falling leaves like they endangered. Bring Cavill back. And Lois Landicap says, he tried to save a tree from the wind. Bro thinks he's Captain Planet, trying too hard to be loved. Just fly and shut up, bro. At Kalelsoft said, his movie felt like Superman, Animal Rescue Simulator 2025. At Daily Planet Drama says, James Gunn turned Superman into a neighborhood volunteer. Bro, the streets got you looking like a glorified neighborhood watch member.
Look, I'm sorry I care, all right? My bad for not letting the city burn just so I can hit a cool pose in the sky.
I swear, I thought I was watching a documentary on city maintenance, not a superhero movie.
Y'all want Cavill back so bad, but let's not forget his Metropolis got flattened. Man was throwing hands like it was Mortal Kombat with zero civilian awareness. Meanwhile, I'm out here saving the economy, but sure, go ahead and hate the guy with the good credit score.
You didn't save Metropolis. You mopped it. You out here doing janitor justice.
Call it janitor justice if you want. At least I'm cleaning up the mess that Man of Mood Swings left behind.
I think a stray bullet just hit Cavill. Rechargeable Man is really bringing the heat. Question 3. Now we got to talk about your rescue priorities. Because all through this movie, it's looking real Animal Kingdom over humanity. Are you Superman or Tarzan's overachieving intern?
Wait, what do you mean?
You saved the dog, you saved the cat, you even saved the damn pigeon. Meanwhile, buildings are crumbling, people screaming, and you out here like, yo, hold up, that squirrel looks scared.
I believe all life matters. Even animals deserve saving.
Nobody said let them burn. But damn, you flew past hundreds of screaming citizens just to save a squirrel mid-kaiju fight.
I did what I could.
What you could. Man was out here petting animals like he's running a Kryptonian zoo. You ain't saving the world. You applying for National PetSmart Ambassador. Man of Steel turned to Man of Squirrel. What next? Superman 2, Rise of the Hamsters?
I was trying to show that Superman has heart, compassion.
Heart? Nah, fam, that was Animal Planet, the James Gunn cut. You skipped past civilians screaming help just to save a goldfish from a spilled cup. We needed a hero, not the zookeeper from Madagascar. Be real with me, was the squirrel paying rent or something?
Say what you want, but at least my movie had emotional depth, not just slow-mo rain and daddy issues like Cavill's era.
Oh, so we dissing Henry now? Next thing you know, you'll be adopting the squirrel as your Robin. Hey, let's see what the streets be saying. At Suncharge_Kryptonian says, bro really paused the boss fight to rescue a hamster? That's not Superman. That's Super Nanny. At Nothing Real says, David acting like he trying to unlock the Animal Lover trophy on PlayStation. At Man of Sighted Quest says, main objective, save Metropolis. Superman rescues goldfish instead. At Zack Snyder Stand 69 says, I miss the days when Superman punched first and asked questions never. At Solar Battery Low says, y'all don't get it. Man had to save the squirrel to recharge emotionally. At Crypto Got More Screen Time says, low-key felt like a Disney animal movie with special guest, Superman. And Let Me Auntie Live Bro says, bro saved the squirrel, but let my auntie get pancaked by a falling satellite. Nah, I'm suing.
Y'all ruthless.
Nah, we just observing. Even the animals you saved looked confused like, who is this man? And where's Batman?
Okay, but they all safe though, right? Even the goldfish.
Safe? Bro, the city was on fire while you were building Noah's Ark. Question 4. In the old movie, Superman took a nuke to the face and didn't flinch. You screamed when sunlight touched you. Be honest. Were you healing or just being dramatic?
I was releasing the energy buildup. That's part of how my powers recharge.
Nah, man, that wasn't no recharge. That was a spiritual release. Man looked like he just broke up with Lois and saw her with Batman.
I was in pain, all right? Kryptonian recovery is intense.
Bro, you're supposed to love sunlight, not act like you just got slapped by it. This the same dude who used to fly through the sun for fun?
It's a different take, Obijive. I'm supposed to feel more
like a battery with a panic attack. You turned a recharge moment into a whole horror scene. Every 5 minutes with you, it's I need the sun. You Superman or a damn solar panel? Let's see what the streets be saying. At Crypto_ The Real Superman says, bro screamed like he was downloading paint at 5G speed. At Power Band Campaign says, sunlight touched him and he hit that Adele live at the Grimace's faucet. At Goku Will Never says, bro screamed like he was doing childbirth in IMAX. At Solar Powered Side Chick says, nah, that wasn't a recharge. Bro hit a Mariah Carey high note just cause the sun said high. At M.O. Steel says, that scream had Spotify potential. Someone auto-tuned that and dropped the single. At No Chill Khalil says, old Superman flies into the sun for fun. New Superman touches sunlight and drops an R&B album. At Blade On Sight says, Superman 2025 is a wireless charger with trauma. At Solar Flare Baby says, James Gunn gave us a Superman who charges like an iPhone on 1% and cries while doing it. I'm here for it. The fans be really cooking tonight. So, David, Soups, if the sun don't shine, what happens? Do you just start buffering midair?
I don't buffer. I recharge.
Exactly. My Wi-Fi is more reliable than you in a crisis. Question 5. Why did your dog have to drag you to safety like a sack of potatoes? You're a Superman, not a toddler who got lost at the mall.
Crypto is just doing what a loyal pet would do.
Nah, don't do that. Man's best friend shouldn't be your emergency Uber. The world needed Superman, and they got a K9 rescue mission.
He's my companion. I trust him.
Man said companion like he in a Pixar movie. That was straight up embarrassing. Superdog outperformed Superman in his own movie. Superman used to carry the world. Now a dog carries Superman. Bro, Crypto almost threw out his back lifting you. Anyway, let's see what the fans be saying. At Dog Boy, Crypto deserves his own solo. Superman just a sidekick now. At K9 Man, bro got saved like he was allergic to heroism. At Petflix and Chill, they dropped Man of Steel and gave us Paw Patrol, Multiverse Madness. It's at BB, bro turned from Man of Steel to Man of needing a stretcher. At Justice League Pet Club, DC really stood for dog carriers.
Y'all wild. I was unconscious.
And we noticed, whole city screaming, buildings crumbling, and Superman laid out like it was spa day at the Fortress of Solitude.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Next time you black out, at least act heavy. Crypto was dragging you like a duffel bag full of regrets.
I was unconscious.
Real heroes don't get dragged by their pets in front of millions. That's sitcom material, not legacy. Question 6. The streets been asking, what breed was the dog, bro? Cause you ran up on Lex screaming like he just kidnapped Snoop Dogg.
He had no right. That dog was all I had left.
No, let's keep it buck. You was hollering, where's the dog? Like John Wick with allergies. Tell me why it sounded like you lost your sex toy, not your pet.
It was an emotional moment.
You almost cried, bro. I saw your lip do the Lil Meech quiver. You had that I just got whooped and they told me to stop crying or I'll get more face. Anyway, let's see what the streets be saying. At Lexanti Ventuccio go, Superman was 2 seconds away from dropping to his knees like he lost a puppy in traffic. At Clark Crying Kent, that wasn't kryptonite, that was I miss my dog trauma tears. At Not That Again, bro screamed where's the dog like Scooby-Doo got snatched mid-episode. At Dogged Out of Steel, Lex was confused. He thought he stole Snoop Dogg. Next time, yell with a little less pet owner in denial and a little more Superman with a backbone. Or better yet, track the dog with your X-ray vision. Ain't that your whole thing? Question 7. Now, Suits, we gotta talk about that kissing scene. Cause I ain't never seen a superhero fumble emotions like that before.
You mean the scene with Lois?
Yeah, that one.
Come on, that was a heavy moment.
Bro, you just watched Lex kill a man. You fake teared once like you was squeezing onion juice under your eyelids. Then a few scenes later, you said, yup, time to tongue Lois down in the rubble.
I was processing grief.
Grief? Bro, you didn't even blink twice for that man. That dude gave his life. And you out here like, press F now, give me some of that Daily Planet love.
You're taking it out of context.
Out of context? Bro, you kissed her so hard I thought you was trying to resurrect the guy that died. And let's not skip over this. You literally forgot he died. Didn't even say his name. You hit that tear like, damn. Then full slow motion lip lock with fireworks in the back.
Damn.
My God, you had tears in your eyes 1 second, then tongue in Lois' mouth the next. What is you, the bipolar bachelor of the year? You crying like a Disney princess, then flip into a Nicholas Sparks makeout scene like the trauma got you horny.
Look, love helps me process my emotions.
Nah, fam, that wasn't processing. That was fast forwarding through grief like you got somewhere to be.
That kiss was necessary.
Necessary? Bro, that man's corpse still warm, and you out here turning Lois into your grief counselor with benefits. I swear you got healing powers and emotional amnesia. Let me see what the streets been saying about this. At Heat Vision Hater, Superman went from PTSD to PDA in under 3 scenes. Clark the Creeper, imagine dying in front of Superman, and he just cries, then goes and makes out with his girlfriend on your ashes. At Clark and Komai, Superman be like, justice for the victim, but first let me slide into some lip justice. At Super Saucer Lex, Superman mourning like he got a kiss quota to hit before sundown. At Grief 2 Make Out, Superman said, he's gone. Anyway, give me them lips. Nah, bro, that's not grief, that's horny PTSD.
It wasn't like that.
Then what was it like? Romantic horror? Bro said, let me fill you in on all the behind the scenes. But bro went ahead to fill her in with his tongue. That's porn star behavior. Question 8. Let's talk about the moment you found out Ultraman was your evil twin. You looked at him like you just saw your reflection in a public bathroom mirror.
That was a pivotal moment. I was facing a version of myself without morals. It was intense.
And you still needed a whole emotional support dog to help you destroy drones before you could even throw hands with him?
Crypto's not just a dog. He's my partner. And we needed strategy.
Bro, the streets was expecting heat. Instead, what we got was you glitching like a GTA 5 character with 2 bars of Wi-Fi.
I still won, didn't I?
Ultraman was folding you like clean laundry, dog. You was getting tossed around like a lagging PS5 controller. Whole scene looked like your cape had better reflexes than you.
Well, I had to.
You should have let Crypto handle it solo, bro. You was just taking up space. Bro was acting like Crypto was the main character. You over there like, I can't do it without my dog.
I was being strategic.
Strategic? My boy, you got ragdolled so hard, it looked like Ultraman was testing physics mods in real time.
Yeah, but you saw me land that final punch, though.
Now, let's be clear. You won because your dog took out the drones and your villain threw himself into a black hole. That's not heroism. That's pet assistance plus cosmic edge.
As long as Ultraman's gone, I'm good. I did my job.
Well, let's see what the streets be saying. At Justice for Zod, Ultraman was beating him like he owed him rent. At Crypto did more. Imagine needing a dog to save you from your twin. Embarrassing behavior. At Crypto deserves better. Crypto deserves top billing. Superman was just his emotional support sidekick. At Ultraman 8, let's be real. Ultraman had him doing backflips he didn't plan. That boy was getting tossed. At Justice League HR, Superman gonna need therapy and a chiropractor after this one. At PS controller drop, Ultraman had bro buffering midair. This Superman came with a loading screen. At Let Crypto Cook, Crypto was the real hero. Superman was just a support character with abs. At Clark Kent fights, Ultraman folded him like he was made of cardboard. I blinked and bro was in orbit. Bro, even Batman watched that fight and said, damn, maybe I should have shown up. This man got beat so bad, I almost thought we were watching Multiverse of Mid. Question 9. Why are you always yelling like a teenage boy with anger issues? That's nothing like the Superman I grew up watching.
Emotions are part of my new arc. Anger, intensity. Even vulnerability's gotta be loud.
Vulnerability? Sounds like daddy issues in a suit. You're not Superman. You're Anger Man of Steel. You be flipping out like somebody unplugged your PlayStation during load screen. You sure Lex was the villain, or is it just your mood swings?
Hey man, I've been through a lot.
Oh, we know. Raised on a farm, lost your planet, and now you're losing screen time to your cousin's dog. That's tough, bro. And for the last question. Question 10. James Gunn said you're more vulnerable and relatable now. But fans say you just cry a lot and get knocked out more than Invincible. Be real. Do you get a loyalty card for every beatdown?
That's part of the journey. People want to see growth.
Nah, bro. People came to see strength, not therapy. You ain't growing. You just growing bruises.
I think people just want to see the human side of me.
Human side? Bro, your whole screen time looked like a medical emergency. You passed out more than a college student during finals.
It's okay to show weakness. It makes me real.
Real? You so real you had F-fans yelling, get up, Lionel, like it was WWE Royal Rumble. Let's see what the fans be saying. He got jumped so bad even Batman started praying. Superman 2025, powered by sunlight and self-doubt. Every time he stands up, another L waiting.
I wasn't beat up. I was holding back.
Holding back? Bro, you got punched into a coma. You were holding back tears.
I was trying not to hurt anyone. It's about restraint.
Restraint? You showed more restraint than your punches. Even the villain was confused. Man hit you once and asked, wait, is this Superman or his stunt double?
That is where you've always been wrong about me. I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared. I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time. But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength.
And we out of time. That's it for today's episode of the Animated Hot Seat with the one and only Obijive. See you in the next episode. Stay oiled and stay blessed. Watch this video next for more chaos. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Obijive Empire Animation. Your Netflix away from Netflix.